Hey Clay, I just watched your video and wanted to do a video response back to you. A lot of things came up for me watching your video. It sounds like in a similar sort of way that came up for you when you watched my video. So I wrote down some things that I wanted to specifically respond to and share with you what I thought. So I don't know that they're going to be any sort of order necessarily. I just kind of jotted things down as I was thinking about them as I was listening to your video. I think the first thing that I wanted to clarify and say is that I don't feel like I'm in debt to people. I feel like I appreciate and I honor and respect the struggle that exists for people that know me and care about me as they provided support and acceptance for my transition. To pretend that someone transitioning from one external gender to another external gender is not a big deal, I think would be negligent on my part. The reality is that sex and gender is embedded in our society all the way down to the roots, the foundation of almost every sort of hierarchical system that we have in our society. And to pretend that that's not there, I don't think serves us or anybody else. So in that acknowledgement that it is huge, huge part of our culture, acknowledging that and understanding that everybody operates from this place that is impacted by how much gender and sex is embedded in our culture, I think that it benefits us and it benefits other people if we can honor their discomfort or their struggle in adjusting to something that's new, that's maybe something that they've never ever thought about. But honoring that doesn't mean that I'm in debt to them. I don't feel in debt to anyone, really. There's probably a handful of people I feel in debt to, but for pretty specific reasons. I think that when I say that I need to acknowledge people's acceptance and give it back to them in the way that it was given to me, for me, that is very different than being in debt to. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that. You brought up some points of being a friend means asking questions of like, wait, rethink this, maybe you shouldn't, ... I think you used the examples of sex offender. A couple of things that I want to say about that is I don't think that drawing a parallel or comparison to someone marrying somebody that is harmful to them, potentially harmful to them, is the same as providing support and acceptance for friends that are making decisions about their life and their philosophy and how they want to live their lives. I feel like that was a little apples and oranges, and I think it's dangerous when we start drawing comparisons in that sort of a way. The second thing that I want to say about it is that when people come to us as we tell them about our transition and our story and our truth, and they say, wait, are you sure about this? Shouldn't you rethink this? Maybe you should wait. It's just a phase, blah, 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 blah. I feel like overwhelmingly a lot of trans people take offense to that and get pretty frustrated in that. I know that I have and did. So why should we then think that we have permission or have the right or think that it's even appropriate to say those things to somebody else? What my friends want to believe in and how they want to live their lives, as I mentioned in my previous video, is causing no harm to me, to them, to anyone else. They are absolutely bursting with love, and I may not understand that feeling in the way that they're understanding it, but no one's being harmed, and they're not children. They are fully grown adults who are making conscious decisions about their lives. And to the best of my knowledge, they are not attempting to draw anyone else into what they're believing. They're just living their life. So I wanted to clarify that I think that there's some differences that are super relevant when having this conversation. The other thing that I want to say is that I'm not a big fan of shoulding anybody. You shouldn't do this, you should do that. I think that that's dangerous territory. And what people should and shouldn't do is not really for me to say. What else to say? I think that recognizing and understanding the gender binary and its impacts and effects on people, culture, society, religion, I think that acknowledging is one thing, and as we all continue to work to deconstruct the notion of a gender binary, that we have to acknowledge the realities of it and the impact of it that it has on all people, including us as trans people. We are super connected, and we've really bought into the whole gender binary as we're simultaneously saying, fuck you gender binary, you're bullshit. We buy into it, and that's not a criticism of ourselves or anyone else. It's just the reality of it, and as we acknowledge the reality, we can continue to make decisions and move towards changing that or making alterations to that, but to pretend that it doesn't exist, I think is, for me anyways, a dangerous sort of thing. So while I said that giving acceptance to people as we haven't asked for it ourselves, I still stand by that statement. I think that I didn't really want to hear from people that I loved, I don't accept you, but I'm here for you and I support you. And I say bullshit to that. If I'm not harming you, and I'm not asking for you to alter your physical body or anything really about yourself, what I'm asking you to do is honor my truth. I don't want half-assed sort of thing. It's like separate but equal. You know, in the news today I was reading about how Maine didn't pass same-sex marriage, and I think that this is a hot topic for a lot of people. But the reality is that I don't want tolerance, and I don't want someone to tolerate me, and I don't want to tolerate somebody else. I want to accept them, even if I don't get it, even if I don't understand, even if I don't agree. Even if I don't agree. That's huge. I don't think that we have to agree to provide acceptance for somebody. I'm not interested in participating in their religious beliefs or engaging in long, drawn-out conversations about what's going on for them, but I'm absolutely interested as a human being in giving them love and acceptance unconditionally, because again, they're not harming anybody. They're not trying to take away from me or my experience. They're just trying to have their own experience. So I think these are valid points along this conversation. Having said all of that, I think it's super rad that you use a video response, and I appreciate your thoughts and your insights, and it definitely got my mind stirring and thinking a bit, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say next. All right.